Hello everyone, Maria McKay here, and welcome back to part 2 of Viconia DeVir in Skyrim.
I've acted poorly towards you. I wish to apologize.
After what you've been through, I accept.
Good. You are the only surfacer who has treated me fairly, and not demanded something in return. I appreciate that. You do not yet understand what it means to be drow, but you will. This place reminds me of Blingdenstone. Best to kill these foul creatures from a long distance away. Do not let them get close to you. It will be a pleasure to cleanse this place of the vampire's foul existence. I wonder how many foolish surfacers have lost their lives down here.
Alright, the purpose of this segment is to showcase that she's somewhat...
I'll never understand the fascination of vampires. They must be eliminated. All of them.
She's somewhat aware of her surroundings. Like, you go into a vampire lair and she's aware that there are vampires down there, and as you can hear, she has some choice words to say about vampires, which is odd because I'm a vampire. We've been hanging around vampire stuff. She hasn't had any opinions about those, but you know, we'll look past things like that. Maybe she tolerates my vampiric nature.
So, it must take a very driven person to lead their life always on the road.
That is the type of person I am.
Yes, I've noticed the type of person you are. Intense, determined, strong. All the qualities that I have grown to like most in Calmluth exist in you.
Does Convoluth mean outsider?
True, for the most part. But I look upon you, and I see great drive and determination. This is something Upworld folk do not possess.
Oh, stop it, you softy.
It is unfortunate that good traits of most Calmluth are held in pale lives no longer than a firefly. Here and there they flicker, then death. Surfacers can be so stupid. Surface dwellers can be so stupid. It's always the same thing. Fools discussing mud crabs, what happened to the king, and beggars wanting money. Not to mention the coward guards hiding behind the arrow to the knee excuse.
Alright, I'm listening.
Their lives are so static and simple. They never strive to be better to make their lives better. It sickens me.
That's true, unfortunately.
Yes, I'm not used to so much chaos. The Underdark was awful, surely. But at least there was a sense of purpose most of the time. Surfacers can be so stupid. The cataclysm that harmed this place must have truly been amazing to do such damage. It's a shame what happened to the Mages Guild. This place makes me think of my brother Bellis. I miss him, but at least I know he is well.
Alright, this little clip is yet another example of her awareness of place, I guess. She talked about a little bit about how damaged the place was. She knows we're at the Mages Guild, and then she talks about the Mages Guild in Cyrodiil, where her brother Valus was. If you watched the last walkthrough, that's where her brother stayed after we rescued him. And then she talks about what happened to the Mages Guild, or it's a pity what happened to the Mages Guild. or shame, I think is what she said. If you know your lore, you know that the Mages Guild shut down in Cyrodiil after the Oblivion Crisis because the what was the name of the guild? The Mythic Dawn. It wasn't a guild, but the Mythic Dawn were mainly magic users, and therefore magic users were blamed for what happened during the Oblivion Crisis, and the guild's reputation took a hit. They were forced to close the doors. So that's what she's referring to.
The dwarves of your world are nothing like mine. This fascination with machines and automatons is disturbing. These Dwemer may have been smart, but apparently not smart enough to save their civilization. Killing these machines does hold a certain degree of fun, but there's no denying.
Alright, there you have yet another example of her, turn around, Viconia, of her situational awareness. She seems to say between 3 and 4 things about each place that she's aware of. For those who don't recognize, we're in the beginnings of the Dwarven Ruin that lead to the Black Reach. So she's making comments about the dwarves of this world.
Tell me, has there ever been anyone special to you? A thief of your heart?
There's nobody so far.
This one's a favorite of mine.
Indeed.
A legend
Does
we
my
all know
exotic
and love.
form not stir your loins?
Our hero
I see it in your eyes.
is a warrior's heart. I
Come,
tell you,
let's get going.
Dragonborn comes with a voice wielding.
What drew such a handsome, powerful, and charismatic individual like yourself to the dreary, hectic life of adventuring?
I am Dragonborn. I seek and am sought by dragons.
Your story is quite interesting. You're very compelling for Riven. I will tell you more of my adventures in the Underdark soon enough. But for now, your story has satisfied me.
I do admit I would like to hear more.
All in due time, Jaluk. For now, I need to trust you, and see if you live long enough to deserve the tale. These surface females and the foolish mind games they play to ensnare common, simple men.
I know what you mean.
They would know nothing of how to handle you, whereas I...
Oh, you mean like you did a little while ago?
Oh, shut up. Do not stand so close to me. It is bad enough that I have to smell your stench on the occasional breeze. Must I also bask in your rancid aura?
What is wrong with you?
I am fighting my... Never mind. You wouldn't understand. Leave me be.
I'm being very patient here.
You do not understand, Riven. Where I come from, if a male so much as raised their voice to a female, they would be sacrificed.
It's a bit harsh, isn't it?
You do not understand how far I've come, but you will. You will.
Let's get indoors, or in a cave, anywhere, just out of this.
These layabouts, these homeless people we see in every city, my people would come at night and take them. They would be sacrificed to Lolth, to stern her wrath, or perhaps curry favor to our house.
That's cruel.
They were easy targets, but getting in the city was more difficult. The occasional unseasoned adventurer was far easier, but a chance encounter at best.
What did I get myself into?
You will learn what it is to be drow. You have unwillingly chosen this path. Tread it carefully.
I'm no fan of the sun, but it would be better than this.
Oh, are you both gonna complain?
I've been thinking. I think I've been exceedingly harsh on you, once again.
You won't drive me away.
How noble and how foolish. You do not know what my kind are capable of. Not yet. Be careful what you wish for.
You sense you are the center of Viconia's attention. She looks you over hungrily and steps towards you slowly. Are you okay? Viconia gazes into your eyes and seems to be feeding off your strength. You begin to sweat. She steps closer still, and you begin to wonder if she's going to kiss or kill you where you stand.
Magnificent. Truly magnificent.
Tell me more about my eyes.
Yes. Where I come from, the males are weak and scrawny. The ones that aren't are belligerent and gruff.
I don't know what to say.
But you on the other hand, oh my. I've said enough. You make me weak sometimes. I should know better. What was life like before you were an adventurer? Didn't it seem simpler? Less complicated?
What do you mean?
There were fewer entanglements, less chaos. We weren't always exploring some dark ruined place.
My dragon blood makes me seek out new experiences and powerful artifacts.
You think such excitement will grip your senses forever? Is there no longing for true peace within you?
What are you trying to say?
I'm just curious. It would be nice, wouldn't it? To settle down somewhere, someday?
Sounds cozy. Maybe someday, Viconia.
That is an offer worth considering. I appreciate your words of friendship. It is not words I am familiar with. I am wondering this. Do you ever entertain the notion of marriage?
Of course, who doesn't?
I mean, a union witnessed by sacrament and ritual. To commit to one person in all manner. It seems tantamount to slavery.
No, marriage is a splendid union.
Drow culture allows for husbands to be disposed of and replaced.
Drow women kill their husbands?
If they deserve it. Placing demands on the woman is not done. To voice protest about the wishes of the matriarch is punishable by execution. The Drow are a matriarchal society. The women rule, and the men are subservient to them. Now you see why I'm having such a difficult time adjusting. This is merely one reason among many.
Well, here men don't kill their wives.
Have I ever told you how it is that I came to flee from the Underdark? I had worshipped the Spider Queen for 150 years, but there came a time when my faith in Loth was no more.
How did that happen?
I lapsed when a baby was to be sacrificed. I lost my will that day.
A baby? That's horrible.
One of the lesser priestesses noticed my hesitation, and she took the babe's life herself, eager to usurp my place in Loth's favor. My house fell into disfavor with Loth as a result. Word spread throughout the city. My mother scrambled to make sacrifices, but it was useless. The weak became prey to the faithful. A lesser house jumped and began a war with ours. My mother wished me to recant.
And you refused?
Yes. I was disgusted with my queen, so I cursed my mother and endangered my house. I thought that I would survive after my actions.
Which you obviously did.
The memory of the events fills my heart with bile. I cannot continue. Perhaps another time. Very well.